One of the most extensive modernization initiatives in its recent history is currently underway at the Kazan Aircraft Plant, named after S.P. Gorbanov, known as KAZ, a branch of Tupolev within the United Aircraft Corporation of Rostec. The Tupolev Tu-214, a medium-range narrow-body airliner, has become the focal point of this transformation. It is now a critical component of Russia's strategy to revive domestic civil aviation manufacturing. The plant is being restructured to support genuine serial production after many years of intermittent low-rate output. The stated objective is to reach production levels of up to 20 aircraft per year. This effort goes far beyond incremental upgrades or isolated equipment improvements. Instead, it represents a comprehensive reorganization of digital management systems, logistics, workforce structure, and overall production philosophy. A recent high-level visit by federal ministers highlighted both the political importance of the program and the scale of transformation currently taking place at KAZ. That political attention was underscored when Anton Alikhanov, Minister of Industry and Trade of the Russian Federation, and Maxim Reshetnikov, Minister of Economic Development, visited the Kazan Aircraft Plant during a working trip to the Republic of Tatarstan. Their visit served as a clear indication that the Tu-214 program is regarded as a priority industrial project closely tied to national goals of economic resilience and technological independence. The ministers were accompanied by senior leadership from the United Aircraft Corporation and Tupolev, along with the management team of the Kazan Aircraft Plant. Together, they inspected key production areas and reviewed detailed reports on the modernization effort. The central question was whether the plant's infrastructure, internal processes, and organizational structure could sustain continuous mass production rather than limited output. The inspection began in the central kitting and logistics warehouse and the Tu-214 aggregate assembly facility. These areas are critical to any serial aircraft program, as inefficiencies here can cascade across the entire production chain. From there, the delegation moved on to the mechanical processing shops and the blanking and stamping facilities, where new high-performance equipment is now being installed. One of the most visible changes involves the introduction of modern logistics infrastructure. New warehouse facilities, forming part of a centralized logistics center, are nearing commissioning. These facilities are intended to improve inventory accuracy, reduce internal transport delays, and enable just-in-time delivery of components. For an aircraft program involving thousands of parts that must arrive in a precise sequence, these improvements are essential to increasing production speed. Alongside physical upgrades, management presented a series of initiatives aimed at boosting efficiency through lean manufacturing principles. Visual comparisons of workshops before and after modernization revealed major improvements in working conditions, workstation layout, material flow, and overall organization. Lean tools are being applied to standardize repetitive operations, minimize downtime, and eliminate non-value-adding tasks. This shift is particularly important for the Tu-214, which historically relied on small batch or near-custom assembly. Moving towards serial production requires a cultural change, prioritizing consistency, takt time, and repeatability over ad hoc solutions. In this context, the Kazan Aircraft Plant is acting as a pilot site for the wider United Aircraft Corporation. Successful practices tested here are expected to be transferred to other aircraft manufacturing facilities, including those producing both civil and military aircraft. One of the most ambitious targets announced during the visit concerns fuselage assembly time. According to the Minister of Industry and Trade, the goal is to reduce the Tu-214 fuselage assembly cycle to just 12 days. Reaching this benchmark would represent a major leap in productivity and make annual production of up to 20 aircraft achievable. This reduction is not expected to come from increased labor intensity alone. Instead, it relies on new machinery, improved ergonomics, standardized assembly procedures, and tighter coordination between upstream and downstream processes. The effort is supported by productivity competence centers and professional training organizations that help analyze workflows and train personnel in modern manufacturing techniques. Beyond individual workshops, the modernization effort places strong emphasis on creating a continuous end-to-end production flow. The Minister of Economic Development highlighted the role of automation and robotization not as isolated technologies, but as elements of an integrated system. This so-called through-flow concept links suppliers, logistics providers, and the plant itself into a single coordinated chain. Components must arrive in the correct sequence, in precise quantities, and without delays. In a serial production environment, even minor upstream disruptions can quickly derail assembly schedules. To address this, KAZ is experimenting with synchronizing internal processes with supplier deliveries and using digital tools to forecast demand and identify risks. If successful, this model could be extended to other strategically important sectors such as space manufacturing, energy equipment, and shipbuilding. A critical technical element of the transformation is the use of digital modeling and simulation. The plant is developing a digital model of its AOS-2 assembly workshop, allowing engineers to test production scenarios virtually before applying changes on the shop floor. Through simulation, managers can evaluate how takt-based assembly affects throughput, explore alternative layouts, and pinpoint bottlenecks. Employees involved in the modeling process identified specific constraints and outlined a phased transition to a new operating system designed to support higher production volumes. This digital approach enables continuous improvement without disrupting ongoing production, reduces operational risk, and shortens decision-making cycles. From the perspective of United Aircraft Corporation leadership, the work underway in Kazan is central to achieving broader civil aviation objectives. They emphasize that productivity gains are not a one-time effort, but a continuous process involving digitalization, automation, and lean manufacturing. Within this framework, the Tu-214 program serves as a proving ground. The lessons learned here will shape how future civil aircraft programs are organized and executed. In effect, Kazan is redefining production standards across the corporation. Another key enabler of serial production is the transition to fully domestic systems and equipment. The Tu-214 has recently undergone significant design changes to replace foreign components with Russian-made avionics and onboard systems. Although these changes required extensive testing and regulatory approval, they are essential to ensuring stable production under current economic and geopolitical conditions. Relying on domestic suppliers strengthens the industrial base and reduces exposure to external disruption. The updated Tu-214 configuration is intended to form the backbone of long-term production, with incremental upgrades introduced only after a stable manufacturing rhythm is achieved. Despite visible progress, the transition to mass production remains challenging. Historically, the Kazan Aircraft Plant produced only one or two Tu-214 aircraft per year, reflecting limited facilities, a workforce accustomed to low-rate output, and constrained demand. Scaling up requires not just new equipment, but a fundamental shift in mindset. Shortages of skilled personnel remain a concern. Addressing this involves recruitment, training, retention of experienced specialists, and making the plant more attractive to younger professionals. While automation helps ease some labor constraints, aircraft manufacturing continues to rely heavily on human expertise. Supply chain coordination also remains a persistent challenge. Serial production depends on the reliability of dozens of suppliers, many of whom are themselves undergoing modernization despite improved logistics systems. Looking ahead, the Tu-214 is expected to serve multiple roles. It is intended to provide domestic airlines with a Russian-built option for medium-range routes, while also fulfilling government and special mission requirements. Initial output is likely to prioritize state demand, with broader airline adoption following once production stabilizes. If production targets are achieved, long-term plans call for the delivery of dozens of aircraft by the end of the decade. An annual output of 15 to 20 aircraft would represent a dramatic transformation for both the plant and Russia's civil aviation sector. The modernization of the Kazan Aircraft Plant extends beyond aviation alone. It demonstrates how large legacy industrial enterprises can be restructured to meet modern efficiency standards. The integration of digital tools, automation, coordinated supply chains, and lean production reflects a broader industrial policy aimed at raising productivity across the economy. For the region, the program offers long-term industrial stability, technology transfer, and high-skill employment. For the aerospace sector, it provides a pathway towards sustainable domestic aircraft production. In conclusion, the transition of the Tu-214 from sporadic assembly to structured serial manufacturing is now clearly underway at the Kazan Aircraft Plant. With federal oversight, corporate investment, and deep systemic modernization, the facility is being reshaped to meet ambitious production goals. Although significant challenges remain, the scale and depth of the transformation indicate that the Tu-214 program is no longer a tentative revival. It represents a serious attempt to reestablish Russia's civil aircraft manufacturing capability. If current momentum is sustained, Kazan may soon become a cornerstone of the country's renewed aviation industry. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and like. Also, please take the membership of Altitude Addicts to encourage us.